Hello and welcome back to the 162 in Arlington podcast. We are going to recap the Rangers losing 2 out of 3 to the A's. They really just played some bad baseball. I mean, they probably deserve to get swept with the way they played, but they could have won 2 out of 3 looking at Sunday's game and with them winning Saturday's game. Um, they just played really bad. And again, we still don't know what to think of this team. They're 14 and 14. They're at 500. They've had games where they've played amazing and lived up to their potential of being a playoff team, and then they've played like crap, like they did pretty much this whole series. Um, so yeah, what's your opening thoughts then?
They just played like crap. I mean, there's like no redeeming qualities from the series. Everything was bad besides the pitching.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, first game they lost. Evaldi was not good.
Yeah.
I thought, right, like Evaldi was. I mean, look at what it. Yeah, Evaldi wasn't good. He was just throwing a lot of meatballs. Um, and again, this is kind of what got him in trouble in his first couple outings was just not being careful enough and just throwing too many strikes, which he's been doing sometimes. Is just throwing too many strikes, and it doesn't matter if he's mixing his pitches. Like there are times you're up 0-2, 1-2. Like you need to throw a chase pitch and try to get hitters to chase. And like this A's lineups are really good, really good. Huh? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's times you need to throw a chase pitch, and he just kept throwing meatballs. And that's just against this A's lineup that's just so good, that's just not going to work. And it's not going to work against most lineups. So he needs to start being more careful. Um, because the stuff is still there. We can see that the stuff is still there for him. It's not like the stuff is depleted. Um, it's more that his command has been not great.
I don't know if it's his command is not great or it's just like he's making a decision to throw another strike. Like I can't really tell because it's like 0-2 count and then he goes backdoor cutter. That makes no sense in that count. And Evaldi's not going to miss by that much, so I don't know if he's if it's a game plan that he's just going to throw strikes or if it's like a command issue that he's just keeps throwing strikes. But I don't know. It's not even like he's throwing chase pitch. Like if he's gonna throw a chase pitch, he'd probably throw a curveball or a splitter. He wouldn't throw a cutter for a chase pitch, really. So I don't know. I think that's more of a mental thing than a command issue.
Yeah, yeah, it's pitch sequencing, pitch planning. Like that's what he settled in the middle of the game. It's just like in the first inning, he's just throwing meatballs, and Evaldi is not doesn't have like Jacob DeGrom stuff where he can get away with that too often. Um, so that yeah, he just threw too many meatballs, and it's like pitch sequencing, like 0-2, 1-2, you need to get a chase. That counts as command is like, So I don't know. He was really bad in the first game, and that's how they lost the first game. Um, the next two games were just like they weren't great with runners in scoring position. The second game, they ended up scratching through some great at bats in the third and sixth. Josh Young has been on fire. That is one positive to take away from the series. It's like that dude is seeing the ball really well. I think he just missed a two-run homer in today's game. Um, he's been on fire. The bullpen has been really great. Um, like Gore and Rocker battled the last two games. So again, like I'm just like struggling to think of thoughts because the offense has been like very inconsistent, and that's really been the reason they've 14 and 14 is the offense has just been so inconsistent. They've had games where they've come through in the big spots, have games where they haven't come through in the big spots. Um, and in today's game, Sunday's game, they were really bad in the big spots.
Yeah, there's a the offense has just been bad, and then it's also like it's just like consistently, man. It's because you have Young and Seager who are hitting right, but then the problem becomes instead of getting Young and Seager on with guys on base, we're getting Young and Seager to start the rallies, and that just doesn't work because we got guys coming up who just can't throw those things. But it's early in the season, but Jansen's been as bad as Heim as he was last year with striking out with runners on. Like he's been as bad as Heim,
Yeah,
and he's been just
yeah,
as
that's
bad.
something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, Higgy, we haven't seen as much to really judge if he's been the same, but At least he's not striking out, man. Jansen's been striking out.
Yeah, Jansen and Higgy have not been an upgrade over Heim. They just have not. And it is early, 22 games, and they are splitting time. Um, yeah, they have not been good in the big spots. I think I wasn't locked in. Like, why did they take Ozuna out so early for Haggerty? I mean, Ozuna has been one of their better hitters in the games that he's played, and Haggerty has not really been good against lefties. So I don't know why they made that conscious decision to take Ozuna out that early. Is there something I'm missing there?
I don't think so. I don't know why they would do that. Because Ozuna also knows how to bunt, so even they're planning a bunt play, so I don't even know what's going on. And then even
Yeah, I don't
so,
know what was happening
later in
there. That yeah.
even so later in the game when Haggerty's hitting for a righty, if you wanted the bunt, you could have just gone to Duran.
Yeah,
So
I don't know why Duran wasn't in. That could have been in conversation. They kept Haggerty in for too long, like especially with righties up. Yeah, dude, they had righties up.
yeah,
Why
why
was
isn't
Duran not
Duran?
in?
Yeah,
Why isn't Duran not played? No, Duran played yesterday.
yeah.
Duran should have been in that moment. Um,
Maybe they were saving him for a
yeah,
pinch
I
runner.
don't know. No, pinch runner. I mean, that's your moment. Like they didn't really have any other chances other than that inning. They had
Yeah,
bases loaded, nobody out, and to not score a run was just insane. I can't believe. Yeah, was McCutcheon in at that point?
McCutcheon was not in.
Okay, honestly, they could. I think you would have been better just going like McCutcheon for Jansen and then Duran for Haggerty.
Yeah,
I think he would have been better. I mean, Jansen has come. McCutcheon hasn't been great with runners on either, but
but he'll make
like
contact.
has been better than Jansen.
Yeah,
He's been better than Jansen. Jansen has been awful with runners on, and that was the big thing is that we needed Jansen and Higgy to just be better with runners on and put more professional at bats on with runners on, and they've been just as bad as Heim was last year, and that needs to change. But yeah, you could have put McCutcheon and Duran on. I think you would have had a better chance. I don't know what really was going on there with Schumacher. Um, because then like you could have put McCutcheon in for Jansen, and then Higgy can come on later. Um, yeah, it was just interesting. Um, I mean, Sunday's game was just another one of those games they couldn't hit with runners on. Uh, I mean, what else is really there to talk about? Oh yeah, Rocker we haven't talked about. I don't know if you have anything on Gore, but Rocker got pretty lucky, I want to say, in those first
oh, he did.
three-ish innings. Thought he wasn't commanding his pitches very much, and then got hit hard, but got pretty lucky. But then after that, he settled in, and going 6 innings and allowing 2 runs is nothing to complain about. So credit there.
Yeah, he did good. We thought of him as more of a ground ball pitcher recently, and he just didn't have command of his stuff today. And then Gore just that was just a gutsy effort to say I still got this hitter, and then go and get that out. Actually, one more thing about the offense today that I liked. A lot more bunting, which I really like, because that's what this team's going to need to do to scratch cross runs. They're going to have to bunt. And the bunts, and that's how I was also saying. Haggerty comes up, 1 out. Haggerty's got good speed. Carter's got good speed. The guys on the base have good speed. There's no, he should have just bunted there. They clearly didn't know what to do on bunts. They have not practiced bunts. So the A's defense I'm talking about. So you could have just laid down
Yeah,
another bunt and probably gone the other run in.
yeah, honestly. Or you just bring in Duran for just doing like a just whole bunt streak. You bring on Duran for Higashio or Duran for Jansen, and it's
Yeah,
just a bunch of bunts in a row.
yeah.
You may
Honestly,
have
that
had a
probably would have
better
worked.
shot. I don't know
Yeah,
why Haggerty was in the game for so long, regardless.
yeah. But yeah. Good effort by the pitching was not the reason they lost. Besides the first game, it was all offense.
Yeah, I mean, just today. I mean, when a pitcher has a bad start like that, you just kind of wash your hands and get rid of it, like Evaldi did in the first game. Um, but yeah, Sunday's game was a winnable game for sure. Nimmo's still doing his thing. Young is still doing his thing. Seager is going to get going at some point, right? Like just kind of looking at that. I like that Schumacher moved Berger down in the lineup, which needed to happen.
So
Um,
everyone does
you
have a
know,
short leash. Everyone does have a short leash. Even
yeah.
Langford and Nimmo probably have a short leash. It's really just Seager they're going to keep at 3. Everyone else is going to move around.
hmm Yeah, Seager didn't have a great day today either. It's just interesting. They can't win ball games. They're 14 and 14. Uh,
It's either blowout
they've just been
or
so inconsistent.
yeah, it's either blowout or they get like really close.
I mean, there's been like what 4 or 5 games out of the 14 games that have been just the pitching been bad. It's really
Yeah.
like there's been probably like I want to say more than 50% or more than 60% of games have been lost on just the offense being dead or not coming through with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, and then it's like, dude, I don't get how these fielders are like placed perfectly, man. The amount of lineouts these guys get is nuts, in my opinion. They're like perfectly placed, man.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
It's
Man,
ridiculous.
Young just missed a homer
Yeah,
there.
I just missed.
Young
V
just missed a
elevated.
homer.
Berger
He
just missed a
just hit it
homer.
too
Young
low.
Berger just missed a homer. Young just missed a homer. And then part of that's Globe Life Field, and you're like, bro, how does 108 not get out there?
Yeah. To be honest, like I think we just don't have a lot of takeaways. Like the offense didn't play great. Um, the defense was okay, right? Like Haggerty made it. That's another thing with Haggerty. He made a really nice play in the field. The offense didn't come through with runners on. The first game was lost on Evaldi being pitching bad, um, or just Evaldi pitching badly. And then the next 2 games, the offense didn't come through. They did win the second game. Um, yeah, there's nothing really else, right?
Yeah, there's just a bad series.
Yeah, bad series they need to wash off. They got the Yankees coming up next, who are hot. Did they sweep the Astros or no?
I don't
No,
know.
they did. They didn't. They won. The Astros won
If
today.
they play the
I
same
think
way they
the
did here
Mariners
against the
swept
Yankees, they're
the.
gonna. If they play the same way they did
Yeah,
against
yeah,
the
yeah,
A's
for
against
sure.
the
They're
Yankees, they're
getting
gonna get
swept.
swept. They're gonna get swept.
Yeah, for sure. Um, let's see. Yeah, the Mariners are now 14 and 15. They swept the Cardinals, so they're right back in it. And that's what we were saying. Like nothing's over because a sweep and you're right back in it. The Rangers haven't swept. No, they swept the Mariners. That's the only team they swept. 14 and 14. They do. Yeah, they got the Yankees. That's gonna be tough. They got Max Fried on Monday. That's gonna be crap. I mean, it's a lefty. Um, Cam Schlittler on Tuesday. Wow. Yeah, this might not go well. You had to win
No.
this game.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Had bases loaded, nobody out. You had a real shot to win this game. I mean, the A's should have probably won all 3 games, and even to the A's left a lot of runners on base as well. Um, but yeah,
But it
one for
was like
nine with runners in
they
scoring
left runners
position,
on
just
because of
bad.
good. Yeah, they left runners on because of good pitching. We left runners on because we just did not know how to situationally hit. I'm just thinking back to that
Yeah,
Jansen and that
that's true.
bro in that situation, just put the ball in play. You're no outs, bases loaded, bro.
Him
Worst
and
you can do is double
Haggerty.
play. Yeah, him and Haggerty, but like Haggerty just sucks against righties, so that's whatever. But like Jansen, like just put the ball in play. Worst you get is a double play and a run still scores. It's like there's no bad outcome if you just put the ball in play.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do like um, because I was thinking about this, and we do have some time because like there's just not a lot of takeaways from this game, from this series, other than the offense wasn't great, and they lost the series because of all these bad pitching performance, all that stuff. And then like the Yankees series, they're facing some really good pitching, a really good offense. They're facing a really good team. So let's see if they show up. I wanted to do like what are the weaknesses of this team and like what are you thinking about for the trade deadline, right? Because I'm thinking second base, right? I think they need a second baseman. I'd love for them to go get Jeff McNeil on the A's. I'd love for them to get him or Brandon Lau on the Pirates. There could be more options. I need to look into it more. Um, and then, like, I think they do need a first baseman. The thing with Jake Berger is he's very streaky. He's had like his numbers are in an okay spot. They're not in an okay spot right now, but he has one really good series, and then they're all the way back to respectable numbers. Um, Jake Berger's just been very streaky, um, and with that comes inconsistencies. But what he is consistent about is hitting left-handed pitching. And what I do think is you go get another. This is kind of what I wanted them to do in the offseason is go get another first baseman for Berger, and then have Berger and Jock platoon as the DH. So then you make it stronger you make the DH a stronger unit, and now you have Yeah, so you go get a new second baseman, get a new first baseman, get a closer. I think those are the three things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would. The closer's the main one, but then even like, dude, how much is the other two gonna help, man? Because like, it doesn't matter who you bring over here. The moment they come on this team, they can't hit with runners in scoring position. It's spread to Seager, it's spread to Nimmo. It's like it doesn't matter how good of a hitter they are; they're not going to come through. So it's like just get a closer, try to beef up the
Yeah,
pitching as much as possible. I would say more important closer and fifth starter. Get a better fifth starter. I think is more important.
yeah. I would get a second baseman. I think second baseman you need probably.
Yeah, just for the defense, because really offensively it does not matter.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this team. They're in just a middling position. I have no idea what to think about them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting, and we will see you next time.